Hi, everybody. How are you? This is your teacher, Mr. Santillana. And these are your video notes for section 1.6. As you can see, we are going to be working with some tools and some drawings. So let's hope that all of this tech works out. I have multiple devices to teach you how to use a compass. All right. So make sure you are on your table of contents, updating it with the following video notes 1.6 basic constructions. So let me walk you through what we're going to do today. Number one, I want to teach you some basic maintenance for your compass. Super important. Two, I want to practice how to use your compass. And then three, I'm going to have you go over to this website, Math Open Ref, because this website animates all of the constructions. Okay, so let's get started with some basic compass rules. Okay, first of all, everybody's going to have a different looking compass, and that's going to be tricky. Now, the one problem that kids have most often every year is this right here. It's there's going to be some sort of knob or a nut or a bolt on your compass to adjust it. Okay, you have to figure out where that's going to be. Some of you might need tools like a very small Phillips, which is a little screwdriver, to tighten or loosen it. What do I mean? When you push down on your compass, the last thing you want is your compass to do this, to slip in one way or the other. So find whatever nut bolt there is to figure out how loose, right, your compass can get and how tight it's supposed to be. And then make the adjustments. For example, where should the tip of the pencil and the needle of the compass be lined up? Well, you certainly don't want, right, your pencil to be way up in front, right, of the needle. And of course, the other way around, you certainly don't want the tip of the pencil to be so far behind, right, the needle. You actually want it to be fairly even. Okay, just about the same. Doesn't have to be exact, but that's where you want it to be. And then of course you want to tighten it. Okay, whatever knob you have on your compass that you bought, figure out how to tighten it. Okay, that way when you move it around, it doesn't move on you. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to put a little pressure on this, and it's not really moving. That's good. That's what I want. Okay. Now, when you start using it, let's say you're working on a single piece of paper. It's not good. You don't want that. Why? Let me show you why not. Because if you have a piece of paper that's on just your desk, right? I put a dot in the middle. There we go. Put my needle, right, on that dot. I make a measurement and I'm ready to make a circle. Look what happens. Ready? I'm going to go ahead and put my needle right on that dot. I'm going to lift my compass up. With this hand, I'm going to put pressure on the needle. It slipped. The paper is going to slip. So what I always suggest to all of my students is that you do this. Grab a piece of paper or many pieces of paper and then put it on top. Okay? Let's try it again. Go ahead, find your dot, take your needle, put the needle on the dot. All right, lift it up. And then with this hand, go ahead and put some pressure down. What you're really doing, you're perforating through the paper just a tad bit. It's not going to make a hole in the paper. I mean, it is going to be a hole in the paper, but it's not going to be this giant hole that's going to ruin your notebook or your paper. It's just going to be a little perforation, which is going to hold it tight in place. And the fact that I have a notebook underneath my paper where I'm drawing makes it nice and steady. And of course, if you want any additional help, you can always put your hand on the paper. And you go ahead and you start making your circle. There it is. Always applying pressure on the needle so that your center does not move. Okay, so go ahead and practice making a few circles with your compass. I'm going to make a donut here just for the sake of practice. There we go. All right, so figure out the gist, how to tighten it, the level of the pencil and the needle. Do you need to get a screwdriver to tighten it? You want to figure those things out. I'm going to go ahead and show you what would happen if this was too loose. I'm going to go ahead and loosen it. Watch this. I'm just going to let it go. See how it just fell, right? I don't want that. That's way too loose because if I was going to draw on here, you can't tell from the camera angle, but if I was going to draw, everything would move as I apply pressure on the compass. And so every single year when I'm working with my geometry students for the first time and we start drawing and using our compasses, this is the number one problem. I know some of you are thinking, why is he spending so much time talking about this? Because it's the number one problem. That's every single year. So figure that out. Now, unfortunately, there's a saying called, maybe you got a lemon. It happens. Some of you might have gone to the store, you bought a compass, you've tightened it, and it just doesn't tighten. It just doesn't work. It does happen every year. There's at least a few kids that just bought a defective compass. It's what we call you got a lemon. So if that happens, if that's the case, talk to your parents, talk to somebody that can help you figure out how to tighten it so you can use it. And ultimately, if you ended up buying a lemon, I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah, you might have to get another one or get creative. Okay. All right. So draw a couple of circles, figure out your right settings. And now let's go ahead and get into the work that we want to do today. Of course, the sun just came in. Welcome to remote learning. Didn't expect that to happen. Awesome. Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. All right, so just a few instructions that are right here. This is also in Google Classroom for you. So you're going to head over to this website. Why? Because that's where you have all of these instructions animated for you. I would do them here in front of you, but they're much too complex. So I'm letting a computer do the work. If we were back in the classroom, I would do them with you, and I would teach them to you, not the computer. But again, we can't. We don't have that option this year. All right, when you're on this website, scroll down and click on Constructions, Table of Contents. Then scroll down to the desired constructions. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 constructions that we have to learn at the beginning of the year. All right, what do they look like? Let me show you. All right. Here they are. Here's the website, mathopenref.com. You're going to scroll down to constructions right here, table of contents. You can see it lit up for a hyperlink. Click on that. And let's take a look at how to create a congruent segment. This is one of the constructions for year 1. Okay, you get this animation. You can let the program just run. You can go forward, backwards. Just click on run and you'll see what you have. You have to start off with a segment. There's the compass. They're telling you to measure. They're telling you to put a point R, put a point S, and there you go. You are done. So it's very, very simple. The site is very, very convenient. Sorry that this camera is also in front of my face. This is the best that I could do for today. All right. Thank you, guys. And remember, your assignment for today is to, let's go back. Okay, let's get rid of the sun. All right, here's your assignment. Please take these notes, video notes 1.6, and practice drawing these 4 constructions using those animations on the website. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.